Hello, everyone. It's a beautiful Tuesday. My Amazon Guy podcast live Q&A. I'm here again with Aaron Moore of More Amazon. Hey, Aaron, welcome back, man.
What's up, Jason? Are you awake yet?
Yeah, it's 9. I've been up since 5. It's all good.
Glad to be back, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you coming on again. Always good to have you. If you want, just give the viewers a little recap on who you are and what you do.
Yep, I'm Aaron Moore of More Amazon. I'm the founder, CEO, head janitor, and the guy that does all the work at the company. I have a boutique agency of one, and it's really easy to keep my head count in line there. But basically, I do all the work. I got 13 and a half years of experience doing this whole Amazon thing. I know what I'm doing, and I offer a unique perspective because of it. And yeah, I love Amazon. Let's answer some questions.
I'm waiting for some questions to pop up right now.
Okay, ask
We're
me
gonna
a
have
question.
to answer some questions with each other for a minute.
Yeah.
Normally, on Tuesdays, I've been having the podcast at 5 Eastern.
Yeah.
So we made sure that the announcement went out yesterday, but we might have a little bit of a slow trickle in here. Yeah, so just on that note of boutique agency and your experience, before we started here, before the podcast started, Aaron and I were kind of talking about managing clients and what's kind of the limit for a boutique agency, that one man show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've found I've had up to 20. My balance or butter zone is 10 to 15 clients and their brands that come along with that. So right now I'm at like 10 clients and I have 15 or 18 brands on that. So that's where you kind of if there's multiple seller accounts, you kind of have to weigh it up. But like if they have multiple seller accounts with multiple brands on them, you kind of need to treat them possibly as separate clients. But about 10 to 12 is kind of my max. 20 was possible. If I don't feel like I'm doing a good job or good quality and getting stuff done for the client, I can't do it. So no matter pulling out my hair and losing time and losing sleep, but if I don't feel like I'm doing a good job, then I have to get out of it. So
yeah, I mean, I couldn't. 20 by yourself that's
it's a lot. 10 I mean 10 is still a lot because I do a couple of my clients are global. So I under their account, I do North America, Europe, and then they want Australia and Japan and everything else, which is coming soon, kind of thing. So that you just gotta plan that time out, optimize the best you can, chunk it together, and just plan out your day, block your time. I tell you what, the Pomodoro technique, like kind of like 20, 25 minutes on, 5-minute break. I do that every day. I block out all my time and just attack it.
What would you say is the most time consuming thing in your day as far as the overall managing the
I'll tell you, a trend the last couple of weeks is restocking. So what my schedule is, my schedule's simple. It's Monday, Tuesday, restock. That's all I focus on. Monday, Tuesday, restock. Wednesday, Thursday, advertising. Thursday, Friday, catalog work. Like that's optimizations, pictures, images, all that other stuff. And then whatever flows in the weekends, sometimes I take them off, sometimes I don't. And then Monday again is restock. What's biggest lately is when I go to restock, I look at all the other previous shipments that should have been checked in by now and should have been shipped from the manufacturer or the 3PL or whatever, and it hasn't left the dock yet. So, and now I have to go. And we still have, at the Amazon system, it shows, okay, we have X amount coming in, but guess what? We still need more coming in. Okay, so now I have to get with the shipping agent, track when are these actually going out. What happened, and I need another order on top of that to restock it. And when you do that like 3 or 4 times, that really kills a lot of time because I should be able to send shipping labels. Everybody's on board here. These are not new accounts. My average account is 2 years old, and put stuff in the box and get it off to Amazon because that's your lifeblood. And so lately, that's been just chewing up my time. And like, oh well, we ran out of stickers. We didn't do this. I'm like, man, you had like a week and a half to let me know. Let's get this thing restocked. Your owner's gonna be really happy if you restock it, and I'll be even happier. So
Yeah, one question just on restocking there that we've been getting a lot on the podcast is container pricing. I know this isn't exactly restocking, but people keep asking, you think the price of containers is going to come down? What's your opinion on that?
That the latest batch of COVID in China is really kind of making it really unsure. So I mean, everything will come down again. It's just how fast they're going to come down again. I think so. But the COVID and the latest shutdowns and everything else, because I mean, I still work with that, or at least work with the logistic managers and hear more about that. But yeah, they will. They have to. Everything will come down eventually, and how soon and after what events, unknown at this point in time. But no matter what, still need inventory, so put it on a freaking container.
Right? It's all supply and demand, right?
Yeah. And when they see the demand drying up a little bit, the prices start coming down. Because I know my clients, man, I'm like, just buy a year's worth. They're like, how many? I'm like, here's X times it by 12. Buy it, get it shipped in. And they're like, okay.
It's interesting. One thing I was watching on I don't know, I saw it in some YouTube, so I don't know if it was true, but it was like a documentary. One of those guys that pitches a lot of economic stuff, but he was saying that China stopped. What used to happen was the goods would come in the containers, and then we'd have all these empty containers, right, in the ports or whatever. And we would, instead of shipping back empty containers, we would fill them up with recyclable plastic bottles and glass and paper and that sort of thing. And I guess China stopped buying certain recyclables or taking in certain recyclables. I don't know how that worked essentially, but and that had, minus all the COVID and all that stuff, that had an impact on it as well. But
yeah, one thing with the recyclables, they started getting, because one of my clients work with recyclable products as well, is they start there's other sources to get recyclable goods from, and there's cheaper sources that are closer in proximity. So what they just did was start sourcing closer to home. It was cheaper to get it in, and then cheaper to process and turn it into goods. So the shipping it all the way back, from the U.S. was less advantageous.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. We got a question here with Jeff Skolnick. Thanks for becoming a member. Hey, Jeff.
That doesn't look like Jeff.
It looks like maybe Jeff's kid or something.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Jeff. All right. Brett says, I launched my first product late last year. Second month was #1 new release for my subcategory, then ran out of stock, having a very hard time trying to get back to where I was. Any suggestions? What's the #1 rule, Aaron, that we were just kind of talking about?
Don't give a care what the container prices are. Just load the container and ship it, and don't run out of inventory, baby.
Don't run out of stock.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to relaunch, and get back where you were. You're trying to mimic what was, and Amazon does not like it when you go out of stock.
No, they do not. They don't like it when you get close to running out of stock. They start punishing you there.
The answer here, Brett, is usually a complete refresh. If you're gonna keep the same listing, if you had good reviews and a good amount of reviews, redo everything, redo your titles, your bullets, your SEO, make sure that you have stock in FBA, and you're gonna have to make a much bigger push on your PPC budget than you did before. Where you were in a maintenance growth phase. Aaron, anything to add there?
Yeah, I would say along lines of that refresh is whatever got you there before won't get you there again. So go deep dive in those keywords. Check, and like, I don't care what keywords you rank for. It doesn't matter now. You need to re-rank for new keywords, possibly the same ones. It's going to take more advertising to do it, but refresh, focus on a couple different things, take on a couple different angles, and treat it like it's a brand new listing, and don't run out of inventory ever again.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, yeah, exactly like Aaron said, whatever got you there before is not going to most likely get you there this time.
Yeah.
All right. Abdullah says, clock.
Dude, that's the right time. Yeah.
Oh, it's
midnight?
probably because the countdown said 5 Eastern.
Oh.
I gotta like I said, normally we have this at 5 Eastern, but we wanted to get Aaron on the podcast again. So this was a mutual time that we could both arrange here. All right. Kristen Dixon says, will adding description text to a listing that has A+ content make a difference for indexing SEO purposes? So we got this question. Stephen got this question too. We're experimenting with this, but essentially, Aaron, A+ content in most cases, except for some Vendor Central and like Premium Beauty and stuff like that, takes over where the description is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Auto Parts, I think, is another one where the description still stays.
Yeah.
But what they're asking is, and we've been getting this question a lot, is will that description, if you have A+ content and it's active live on the PDP, and then you also fill in the description in the back end, will those keywords index in the description? And so, again, we're experimenting with this. We're putting a bunch of like French and Spanish keywords in the description to see if it will index. I haven't got a definitive answer on this yet.
Yeah. I would say when in doubt, fill up those freaking spots. I mean, no matter what I do is like on my listing is I always fill it with a description. Now the description I don't spend a lot of extra time with. It's just pulled together or put, just words in there, but it relative to the count. And then in my A+, I'll add an extra description module in there at the top of it, so it looks like a description would be, and then A+ to be underneath of it, so I could get my extra keywords in there as well. So when in doubt, fill it out. I just made that up.
I like it. For the majority of products, people go to Amazon to buy. So, and I say this all the time, the bullets in the description, that's for the bots. That's for the SEO.
Yeah. Yeah.
The images are for the buyer and the price. Yeah. So we could do an example here. What was the last thing that you bought on Amazon? That you can share.
Me? Aaron? I bought clear plastic boxes for organization underneath my sink.
Oh man, so you probably did read the bullets though, because you had to see if they fit, right? Because there was a certain size that you needed, right?
Yeah.
How about something else that you didn't have to read the measurements for, or something like that?
Let's see. I bought a golf divot tool.
There we go.
No, but I read the bullets too, because it made from like the man. I don't know, I tell you what, I'm a bullet reader. So.
All right, you're a bullet reader. I'm not.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of what I bought. I bought a plug, USB-C plug for my phone, right? And I bought it on my phone.
I like the Taco Tuesday beavers there.
This was for Cinco de Mayo. I just forgot to put my regular one up. Right?
It worked today, right?
So it is Taco Tuesday. That's right. And for example, here, all I needed to know is was this USB-C.
Yeah.
And it looks. I see the picture.
And their main image, boom, shows you right there.
It tells me what it is, and I just bought it right on my phone. Buy it now. And if we scroll down here, we're gonna see the image stack. Okay, great. And then some information on all the safety stuff, and they don't have A+ content. If they did, more and more on the mobile here, you're gonna start seeing the A+ content come right after the image stack.
Yeah.
And then you'll see all the bullets and all that stuff all the way at the bottom.
Yeah.
And this is kind of what my saying keeps going is nobody reads the bullets. There's certain situations like Aaron trying to find the perfect fit for an organizer underneath his sink.
I needed a certain dimension. I had to have it. I'm a bullet reader because hey, I'm always looking for new ideas too. Like to me at least, it has to be scannable and have some again, feature function benefits. It's like I know they don't. I know no one reads them, and they even read descriptions less. But maybe call me old school Amazon or just the old school copywriter, whatever. But feature function benefit needs to be in there. Throw some keywords. 50 to 100 characters long is enough. And if you spend more time and more keywords on it than that, then it's just not worth it. But I'm always looking for something better to up my game too. So I read it all.
Yeah, I'm not saying that we're just gonna put keyword soup in the bullets, which honestly I do on some of my products because
sometimes you have to.
Nobody reads the bullets.
Yeah.
but yeah, it has to sound readable for the people that do read the bullets.
Obviously. Yeah.
On a $5 item, $10 item, I don't have time to read the bullets. I just need to see the image and
yeah.
But all right, we got some more questions coming in here. Shahid says, I have a very basic question. Please let me know why and where do we need exact phrase and broad? How can we perfectly utilize them in campaigns? So as with most PPC questions, this is completely dependent on your strategy here. Do you kind of decipher what he's asking here?
Yeah. It's so my answer would be run all three of them. I mean, it's simple. Like don't ever negate one of them. I mean, only budget will negate it, and then you just need to do exact or broad, or pick exact is something else. Okay, so but have every campaign, every time, every match type, and then figure it out from there on which one's more profitable, which one's working better, and ultimately in the phrase or the broad, you're going to have a couple keywords in there that are outperforming your exact match. Then that's a clue to like, okay, let me put those two keywords together in different combinations and keep going, maybe a little bit longer, and lower your bids or lower your ACoS doing that. But every time, every way.
Yeah, I like that. Negate with the bids.
Yeah.
Perfect, answer there, Shahid. That's where you would start. All right. Matt says, generally speaking, what are the best categories for new sellers looking to keep their logistics costs down while they build their toehold? It's a product sourcing question. So what are the big categories still right now where there's a lot of opportunity? I see it's always home and household. Pet supplies is usually okay. What else? Outdoor, lawn and garden, stuff like that.
Yeah. I would say, I would give them the opposite of this answer. If it has 2 pages of Alibaba product on it, don't buy it. Don't introduce it. Don't do anything with it. Move on.
Essentially, what Stephen always says is start off with something that you know.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a golfer like Aaron is, maybe you won't start looking at golf. Maybe you can improve something. Maybe there's, and you have a passion for that product. Then if you just go out there and start saying, "Oh, I see there's an opportunity in storage shelves," like, okay, well, that's going to be boring.
Right. No, like so Alibaba's okay. Like I think Steve calls Amazon, Amazon Alibaba Lite or something like that. So a great word there. But like go to Alibaba, find the 8 pages of the same product being sold, but find the product the best in there, and how can you make that same product a little bit better? Then you contact those 3 or 5 manufacturers that are making that product and go, hey, can you put a hole here? Can you make it bigger here? Yeah, it's going to take some napkin sketches or some dimensions and some work on your end to make it better. And then you introduce that product. The only downside is, guess what? The same person producing it will produce it for everybody else. So you have to keep on doing that or sign up.
They'll even most likely start selling it themselves.
Yeah. But there's opportunities out there. Just make it better, make it your own. If it's already on Alibaba and you can buy it, don't introduce it.
Try and find an American manufacturer. I know it's tough. Or
Mexico. They're here. You just have to like search, and a lot of the American manufacturers that I've found, because I produce divot tools, and I found I sourced it 3.5 years ago, but they're really good at B2B sales. They're just not good at outside of that. And so you have to be better at finding them and sourcing them and working with their B2B mindset for lower runs and stuff like that, or just get some extra money and adhere to their minimums of 1,000 or 10,000 units that they're going to want to do and commit to it.
That's the big thing. The minimums are usually a lot higher than they are sourcing from.
There's setup charges, there's minimums, and then they're like usually credit checks too if they don't know you, or you just want it out all up front, and you build that relationship, build that time, and you'll get there.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks, Matt, for the question. Faye says, should we be targeting different keywords and alt text than we'd be targeting in the backend search terms? They don't contribute as heavily to indexing, but how much do they contribute? I don't think that last part's true. I know the title is probably most important, but the alt text compared to like the crawlable text and A+ content, I would say contribute the same. Do you want to be keyword stuffing? I think is what she's asking.
What I find it. Again, I hate the answer. Depends. This doesn't depend, but here's exactly what I do. How many keywords do I have that I want to rank or be searchable for? Some products, man, I'm doing good at like 250 characters of relative keywords that I think will move the needle and fix on it. Some of them it's 500 characters. Okay. So I know I have 250 bytes on the back end keyword term, which is roughly 265, 270. So if I have a bunch of keywords left over that I think are relative to the product, I'm going to put them in the alt text. If I don't, I'm going to keep reproducing the same relative keywords that I think are good, and everywhere I can, including the alt text, because I don't really have anything else better to put in there.
Yeah, there's some products where if there's specific applications or something like that, I always use like auto parts as an example. There's only so many things you can put in for like a replacement, door handle or a rear view mirror or something like that, right? Because no one's casually on Amazon be like, oh, I guess I'll order a new rear view mirror for my
right. Yeah, my thing with like supplements and supplements that do well on Amazon have a finite ingredient that certain group is looking for. Well, if you hammer home that finite ingredient, that it may only have 1,000 searches a month total for it, but if you could bang it out everywhere in your listing to get searched for, you have a better chance of being popping up there and selling than talking about a third or fourth bullet point benefit of the product.
Yeah, I agree. That's right. You also don't want, especially on the front end, to just put a keyword in there that may be punishing or hurt your product. Was it get this with lighting a lot, where it's a certain type of light and the application. The keywords say, let's put this out as, outdoor lighting something, right?
Yeah.
But this particular, light does not illuminate a large area and then like get returns or something like that. And it needs to be a specific type of outdoor light. So, but that's also product related. But I got you, Aaron. Let's see here. Dustin is trolling us.
With Steve.
Kristen says virtual bundles. When you create one, how does that affect organic rankings? How would virtual bundles affect ads? Is it a good strategy to help support underperforming products? I'll let you go first, Aaron.
Virtual bundles don't work. They don't move the needle on anything, period. I don't think it's worth the setup time to go do all the extra steps with virtual bundles. The only positive I would say that would affect ads on this question is it burns up that extra space right here on the listing, and that takes away some ad space. So it's more of a defensive strategy. And possibly if you bundle it correctly, you could show other products in your assortment on there. Other than that, it just doesn't work. And focus on something else in your listing or in your product line on selling it, other than the virtual bundles. Or get some data, commit, and just do the hard bundles and then throw them in the variation and rock and roll from there.
Exactly. It is a defensive move for the brand, usually.
Yeah.
Essentially. Are you going to get a bunch of sales off virtual bundles? 99% of the time, no. You probably won't get any sales.
Yeah. It's crazy.
The key here is if you are a large brand and you have a lot of competitors targeting your branded keywords and trying to move up on organic rankings on your branded keywords, the virtual bundles, as Aaron said, will push those organic rankings down essentially. Does it have an eventual impact? Too many can be bad. Then there's just too many choices, and then people are like, oh wait, hold on, and they're trying to find the original one. And yeah. But good question, Kristen.
That's been coming up a lot lately on LinkedIn and stuff, is virtuals.
It's like I said, it's something else that's not necessary. I guess it can be considered a value add, Yeah. But again, it's completely defensive. It's not going to increase your sales usually.
Yeah.
All right. Shahid says thanks. Dustin says, can you let me know what banana for scale means, Aaron?
So we got to give Steve Pope all the credit for being the first to really drive this home on Amazon. But recently I was doing a couple different reviews for a potential future clients, and their number one, they had like 2,000 or 3,000 reviews. Their number one thing coming up on their reviews, it was for a sign or something else, was smaller than expected. Smaller than expected. Smaller than expected. You know how you could fix that? Throw a banana next to it. You don't even have to be good with dimensions or something. But smaller than expected, you throw a banana next to it, and you put that there. I got two things all my listings have: a banana or a quarter. Because depending on the size of it, you don't want to throw a banana in there. But smaller than expected should never be a negative comment on your product ever, and it can be easily fixed. That's my thing.
No, completely right. We need to know what size it is, right?
Yeah.
And we had a viewer a couple weeks ago that was like, hey, I'm selling this dog product and I keep getting returns. And he didn't show us his listing, but we went through some listings here. I'll pull my screen up real quick and kind of gave him some examples of where he was going astray. And it was dog raincoats was what he was looking at, and he kept getting returns for, oh, it's too small or it's too big, right?
Yeah.
So obviously there's some different sizes here, and you need a banana for scale on each one. So here's large. I guess I would consider this a large dog, right? A golden retriever.
Yeah.
And then medium, and then small. So here's an issue with this one, right? So both medium and small, the banana for scale picture
same dog.
is the same dog.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I could buy a small for my little French bulldog here, right? Because he's my baby, and he's really tiny, and he's always been a small in everything I buy him.
Yeah.
and he might actually be a bigger French bulldog.
Right. Yeah. Well, if you love your dog, you feed him little table scraps. That little park is not going to fit anymore.
I get the small. I try to
Yeah.
wrap it around old Sparky here, and it doesn't
Yeah.
fit. I'm gonna return it, right?
Yeah.
Is there some dimensions here? Yeah, down at the
Yeah.
bottom,
Yeah.
12.5 inch in length. I don't know. Do I have a wardrobe like
Yeah.
what's
Like
it called? A tailor's tape measure to measure my dog's
yeah.
neck, you know? Um,
But everybody knows what a banana looks like.
and look at this. There's even a problem here, Aaron. Both medium and small indicate the same dimensions here. Oh no,
Yeah.
here. This has all of them in
It's
it.
all in
Sorry.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
All right. But that's a big issue. You need that banana for scale image, and that goes for anything. Let's look at like plates or something like that. Decorative. I don't know. What would you have at like Thanksgiving dinner? What do they call that? Like the
Place
fancy
setting.
plates.
Place setting. Or a table runner.
I'm trying to look at
Or
like a dinner plate. I don't know why. I just picked plate for some reason. Obviously, we're gonna have some Amazon basic stuff in here. They're gonna have sizes, but what we want is, how is this gonna look on my table? Like, thick. It doesn't have to be a banana. There's a fork.
Right.
You could assume that most forks are probably around the same size. I know there's different sizes, right?
Yeah.
Bananas are different sizes.
That's true. That's very true.
Quarters aren't though.
No,
Right? So you can see there's a place setting here. You can kind of see, now this isn't really an example of banana for scale, but one thing
that's food on there that's a pretty good one there.
Yeah, it's a good lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's only really missing people.
The sauce is just going to be a certain size that everybody's familiar with, and
so that's why banana for scale pictures are important here. Here's another good example: the silverware, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
there's some,
got some
fruits and stuff. There's not really too many fruits and vegetables for scale here. No, but these are good lifestyle photos.
Yeah, but yeah, the utensils are probably the best banana for scale on those listings right there.
All right. JH says, what are some tips for using bulk upload when creating PPC campaigns? What are some of your spreadsheet manipulation tips? I don't have any spreadsheet manipulation tips.
I don't do bulk uploads for PPC campaigns. I got my system's down. I could quickly load all my, or I just manually enter them in, copy paste the words, go. I'm faster at manual. So I have tips there.
Go on my Amazon guy YouTube. Matt and Fernando have a ton of videos on bulk uploads up there that can give you all kinds of direction. There's also some bulk upload course work in mag-school.com. If you are interested in that, you can go to mag-school.com, and I think the PPC course is $20. Yeah.
$20? Shouldn't it be $2,000? What are you doing there? How are you making money with this?
It's not here to make money. It's here to give information out because they need to train on this stuff that we do, Aaron.
Yeah.
You have to watch YouTube videos and that sort of thing. I mean,
that's
that.
Great.
That's how I learned. Faith says, great insight. Thank you for your answers, gentlemen.
You're welcome, Faith.
Dustin says, speak truth. Awesome. Rick says, do keywords and indexing work the same way between desktop versus mobile listings? As far as we can tell, yes.
Yeah. Sometimes it's weird. Like if you pull up apples to apples on your phone versus Amazon on a desktop, you'll get some different search results sometimes, though. I've noticed that.
I think that Aaron, I that is true. I think that more has to do with like the caching on what you've been looking up on your desktop and what you've been looking up on your phone, and if Alexa is listening to you or whatever.
Yeah.
But
she's always listening.
But even when you do like a incognito search on the computer, and then the app doesn't have incognito, so like if you'd have to do a mobile browser, but the mobile browser is considered, as far as I can tell, if you're on the Amazon mobile, if you're on your mobile browser and on Amazon.com, it's the same as the desktop.
Right.
The mobile traffic they're talking about that they introduced finally showed us, I should say, is from the app itself on the Amazon app on your tablet or your phone or what have you. But yeah, as far as we can tell, Rick, should be the same on that. Jeff says, Aaron, do you have a protocol or SOP for when to decide to use broad match modifier?
Okay, so that's two different questions there: the broad match and then the modifier. So SOP, my SOPs are for every, my campaigns are one ASIN per campaign, no more than 20 keywords per campaign. And I have my own nomenclature, how I, organize each campaign. Every campaign will have a broad phrase and exact match to it. My match modifier is type of search modifier only, 100 to 200%, depending on budget. Why top of search? Because that's what people buy it at. And the other parts of search, I don't worry about modifiers on. But all three types always has a modifier on it, always for top of search.
Yep. You have to be careful with those top of search modifiers.
They'll suck up that money.
But yeah, that's exactly right. Thanks, Jeff. All right, Kim says, for your top performing exact match keywords, what bidding strategy do you use? Dynamic down, up and down, and fixed.
Dynamic down, baby. You could do it the other ways if you want to lose a lot of money.
Yeah, I agree with Aaron here. Sometimes I'll do fixed. I know that's against.
Yeah, if you really dialed into that word and you have the data, I think fix is very fair. Up and down, man, good luck. They'll spend your money. But dynamic down is, and then we could go a little higher and settle into a little lower bid, hopefully.
This you have a top performing exact match keywords, Kim. If this is a product that you have a lot of data on history, it's been out for a while. I agree with Aaron here. Either fixed or dynamic down.
Yeah.
Raina says, is my Amazon guy still hiring for PPC internships? I'm pretty sure we're hiring for everything. You can go to myamazonguy.com and go to the jobs page there, or find us on LinkedIn or on Indeed, I should say. All right. Jeff says, do you have a template that you use when creating new listings? PowerPoint works, but not well. Oh yeah, I wouldn't use PowerPoint. So I'll say what we do, and then you can say what you do, Aaron.
Yeah.
We have a new listings sheet, and essentially it has, we'll send to the client, and the basic information we'll need to make a new listing, essentially, to get the skeleton going. And then obviously there's other optimizations that come after that once we have the information on the product, like SEO research and doing the A+ content and all that stuff. But to get the basic listing up, UPC, SKU, a simple title, whatever your product is called, we'll optimize the title later. You don't usually have to include any bullets, but any product information you have that we can put in the description early on, just to have that as well before we do our research. Some basic photography of the product, obviously, and you can upload that to imgur.com, and you can put that URL into the template as well, so you don't have to have a PowerPoint with images all over it or anything like that. Aaron, how about you?
Yeah, my only other interpretation of the question might be like, do you have like kind of a preview of what's going to look like, and that's when maybe he's mocking it up, or a templatizing it in PowerPoint. The only thing I've ever done is in PowerPoint, something similar, because sometimes clients want to go, hey, what's it look like first, and an unoptimized versus optimized. PowerPoint works. Canva would probably work better. You would just have to kind of more of an 8.5 by 11 letter size, and then plug everything in, and the text be more flexible than PowerPoint. And as far as the information, I haven't. I need a part number and a UPC. I have an existing spreadsheet that I use for title and 5 bullets, and then the keywords. And each of the cells has a calculator. It's the LIN function on Excel, a calculator that shows how many characters are in each cell. So it's 50 to 100 is usually my title. 100 is usually each bullet point. 250 or 260 on characters for that. And basically, I just type it all in there, and then I create my 6 or 7 pictures in Canva, put them in there, export them out. And so I have 2 different files, one with my Excel that has my data in it. The other one will have my images listed by main to in order. And that would be kind of my off of Amazon template strategy. And then slap them in a flat file upload, put them in there, and then go.
Yep, it looks like you got that right on the nail as far as what
Okay.
you was asking for. So they need to show clients preview what their page would look like.
Canva.
And just by itself, like here, I'll show Jeff an example. This can save you so much time, and it's so cheap. I don't know what my thing is. I think it's like $5.99 a month or something like that.
Canva?
Yeah.
Oh, you could do all this with the free version of Canva. You don't even need
but the paid version has like cool, quick stuff.
And you could drop the background out on the paid version.
That's the most time saving thing.
I'll
show everyone an example here. I
would just do figure out what the dimension is, what you want to be, and then slap your bullets in.
This is the best thing. You can take like an image of a person, right? Here's like this lady, and say this was like your prop, and then we're selling a banana, right?
For scale.
All right, so we got some bananas, and here's the lady. But we need a white background. You can click edit image, and then click this little BG remover thing here, and give it a minute, and it'll just take the background out, and you don't have to worry about Photoshop or hiring someone on Fiverr to take the background out or anything like that. Now, obviously, it's not perfect. There are some situations, especially if there's like
that's pretty darn good.
This is pretty good though. Yeah. And then and then we can put our product in here if it was banana or so there's the banana. Is that a banana for scale?
That's somebody's scale.
And there we go.
The
best Photoshop ever.
Yeah. But yeah, Jeff, I definitely, Canva, you could do a lot of stuff in there. And then you could templatize that and keep on running if they want pictures swapped out, and you could give a carousel view. You could do a lot of things in there. So Canva's the way to go. I used to use PowerPoint as well, and man, it took a lot of time, but I'm glad there's Canva now.
All right, Matt says, is it possible to transfer brand registered ASIN to another seller account? Yeah, I mean, the ASIN is forever. So if you want to sell it on another account and you have the permission, then you can just sell it on the other account.
Yeah, I mean, without a lot of trouble, it's just getting the extra permissions.
Well, I mean,
you don't even need the extra.
Yeah, you can just upload it if you have access to the product.
Yeah.
If you want to make brand registry changes, you have to do it on the old account. Or on the old account, you can add the new account as an admin on the brand registry.
The complicated way would be to delete brand registry off of one account and add it on the new account.
Yeah, unenroll from the old account and re-enroll in the new account.
There's a lot of easier ways to get there than this one. So
unless he's not going to have access to the old account anymore, then I guess that would probably be the way to do it. But there's all kinds. There's no like issues with this, though.
No,
it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Jeff says, use the template to alter product title that changed quickly, but new change only shows on the desktop. The mobile title won't change. It's been weeks. Several tickets with no success. Any thoughts? This is a new one for me, Aaron.
We just said title.
Yeah, just the title.
So
I've seen
I
this
know.
happen with A+ content, but not the title.
So the title on now the other question would be: is that on the app or on the .com for the mobile? And the title is only what the first 44 characters show on the mobile.
On the app that shows the whole title, it's just really tiny.
Yeah.
I'll pull up a product real quick and we'll go to mobile view. But what he's saying is, let's use this product here, for example. The title updated on the
Desktop.
sorry, the desktop, and did not update on the mobile. And you see the whole titles here still.
Yeah.
But or is it? Let's see.
No,
Software.
it's
Yeah, it's all there.
GMO 60 gel, soft gel. Yeah.
It gets really small.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen this happen.
My first, I mean, maybe Jeff's tried this, but cache cleanouts on your mobile device and all that other stuff to see if it would change. But
Yeah, it could be a display error. You're right. On unless he's had other people look at it.
Yeah, and the app and the website mobile viewer could be different as well.
Jeff, Jeff's a a longtime viewer. Jeff, if you want to send me the ASIN, I'll take a look at it. You have my email. We'll take a look at it.
Yeah, that one's a new to me, new stuck one to me.
Kim says, do you have a campaign naming strategy or acronyms you typically use? Breaking down campaigns have a lot of keywords, trying to figure out how to name them. So far, auto brought exact. I'll say how we do it, and then you can say how you do it. Yeah, we do type of campaign, so SP, SB, SD dash the ASIN that the campaign is, and then dash the type of targeting we're doing for the campaign. And your issue here is breaking down campaigns that have a lot of keywords. I wouldn't have what's a lot of keywords? Is it 100 keywords in a campaign? Let's not do that. Aaron, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so how I break it down is it always starts with AA, Aaron, because I'll take over accounts. There'll be multiple other previous accounts in there. So I need to always own my work, right? So it's AA for AA, SP, sponsored brand, sponsored product. Then it will be the type that it is. So it'll be manual, auto, ASIN targeting, something like that. So you kind of get into the bullet, and then it breaks down to it'll be either EX, exact, SP, or BR for broad. And then another three words will be, it's always something keyword, but it'll be BKW, branded keywords, top, or TKW, top of top ranking.
Yep.
Keywords. And so it'll be short after that, and then it'll be the ASIN that I'm targeting. I think if another way to interpret the question possibly is like if she has multiple keyword sets, you shouldn't, your keywords shouldn't be over 20 keywords in any campaign. It's just going to get bad after that. So if you have multiple 20 keyword sets, if you don't, break them into that, and if you do, then just name them accordingly. So you have a ranking set, you have a targeting the laundry room set, you have a targeting the family room set, you have a targeting the kitchen set. All maybe throw in one extra word in there so it makes sense to you, and keep it consistent with all the other campaigns, and break it down that way. And then the most beautiful thing out of that whole thing is, because I don't use any software out there to manage ads, and I know there's some great software out there, but you keep to your naming structure. If I want to just look at the products that I'm marketing to, I just type in those 3 or 4 letters that I have, or all my broad searches, or all my ASIN attacks, or all my videos. Videos is VID. So I just type in that word. They have a really strong search function in ads if everything's set up good from the beginning.
Yep. Using your folders as well, and keeping everything organized. All right. Jeff says, thanks, guys. That was too funny. No problem, Jeff. Matt says, sorry to clarify, it's transfer from one brand to another. Basically, it's a brand change, part of an ASIN purchase from another seller. doesn't sound like you're doing a brand name change. That's a little bit different if you're trying to, you're going to have to get a trademark for the new brand, register that, and then make sure that the branded name is affixed to the products. The new brand name is affixed to the products. But if you're just buying a brand off of another seller and they're putting it on your account, you can have them, like Aaron said earlier, if you want to do the full thing, is unenroll the brand and re-enroll it on the new account. But it doesn't have to be that hard. All you have to do is take go into brand registry on the old account and add the new account as admin, and go from there. We register brands all the time on our account when they're having issues, and then transfer the ownership back over to them. It's not a problem.
One thing I've seen lately is UPCs. Hopefully, they have GS1 certified UPCs.
Yeah.
Right? When you sell the account, sell the brand, you have GS1 certified UPCs. If you don't, then you need to fix that one too. But if you have GS1 certified and you sold it with it, then you also need to transfer your GS1 certified codes to the new company, because that will help you out with changing brands and all the other stuff, because you're going to need that certificate of proof that it is yours and it is your name for Amazon, because it looks like you might need a brand change going on there too.
We had the VP of GS1 on last week on Thursday, and that was one of the questions was, can you transfer ownership of the barcodes essentially from one company to another? And the answer was yes, but there's definitely a process that's involved there. So cool. All right, Suchita says, how to manage the campaigns of multi-brand store when you don't use AMS, and major drawback of marketplace is high traffic, huge catalog with 1,000+ parent ASINs, which make the budget exhaust quickly, which only increases your spend but not the sales. It sounds like you need a lot of help as far as managing this. This is
that's a lot of questions in a question.
Yeah.
Multi-brand store. Don't use it. What does mean not doing AMS? Because that's only on Vendor Central. High traffic, huge catalog. I don't know. I have one answer to this. Find your hero SKUs, pump all the money into them.
thousands of parent ASINs, so we don't even know how many children there are. This is not a simple question to answer, Suchita. You need aggressive advertising management as far as this will drive. If you're doing this yourself, you're going to go insane with that.
You need management software.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, but the simple way to break it. Say if I took on this account with that, and I wouldn't, because I'm a one-man show and there's no way I could have enough time for that.
Yeah.
But you just pull your back-end search reports, pull your business reports, figure out where all the money's flowing to, figure out where all the traffic's flowing to, keep flowing to there, categorize, break up the, that's a lot of parents, break them up. It seems like and then go from there. Got it. Go 80-20 on it. 80-20.
Yeah, you're gonna need a team or automation on this one. So
yeah.
All right. Last question here. Jeff gave us his ASIN. We're gonna take a look at what the deal is here with the mobile versus. Okay, so let's go to the product. And okay, so it says Vital Planet Flora flavored chewable tablet. So we go to mobile. So this looks the same to me, but let's just double check here. We'll put this in. Let's put it in Scribbles. Just trying to find a place to put it here.
Notes. Where's your notes at?
Oh, I've been logged out. Okay, hold on one second. How about old-fashioned notepad? There we go.
Oh, you don't run a Mac, do you?
No, I'm a PC guy.
Man.
Yep. Where did it
Come on,
go?
California is home of the Mac. You got to represent.
Okay, so I don't think I can copy this now. Oh, there. Yeah, it's letting me. Nope. That's weird. All right, let's read them together. Let's put them next to each other. Okay, Vital Planet Flora Dog Chewable Tablets, probiotic supplement with 20 billion cultures and 10 strains, high potency, immune, and digestive support. It looks like it's correct.
But maybe on the mobile app, it's not loading.
Okay, so this should, but you're right. So let me go on my phone.
There you go.
And plug this thing in real quick. I'll go onto the app. Sorry, I can't display my screen here with this. We'll just take a real quick check. And this is called FloraDog Probiotic. Probiotic. And there it is. Okay. So it says on mobile, on the Amazon app, Vital Planet Flora Dog Chewable Tablets Probiotic Supplement with 20 billion cultures and 10 strains, high potency, immune and digestive support probiotics for dogs, 60 beef flavored chewable tablets.
It's a cache reload issue. It's the cache.
There it is. I don't know if you can read it, but it looks good to me.
It's a cache. It's a cache issue.
Some sort of caching issue. Yeah, that's my best guess. Sorry, Jeff, but we did take a check. We checked it for you. Matt says, thanks. Jeff says, several phones, Apple, Android, are showing different titles. Caching issue. Maybe the person that owns the phone hasn't turned their phone off in a year, and they need to turn it off and turn it back on.
Just take the phone, throw it away, and get a new phone, and then hopefully it'll show on there.
Awesome. Well, that's going to be the end of our podcast today. Aaron, I wanted to thank you again for joining us. It's always great having you on. If you want to see Aaron, he's at moreamazon.com. Thanks, Aaron.
You bet. Hey, man, thanks for having me. Thanks for waking up. And this is fun. Let's do it again.
Awesome. If you need any one-on-one help, here's our brand new website that we launched. We have our jobs page here and our coaching page here. You can get one-on-one help with myself, Stephen, Matthew, Francisco, Shaban, or Sean for free keyword research and listing conversion call. We also have Mag School that we talked about that has been launched for almost it's over a month now, I think. Yeah. Catalog, SEO, PPC, design course, reviving sales on Amazon. You can find Aaron Moore at moreamazon.com. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Stephen Pope will be back on Friday. Thanks again, Aaron.
Go. Thanks, man. We'll see you later.
All right. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye.